Ideal weather for this game here at St James's Park. Hello and welcome. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham, and opportunity it is. Options in the centre.
We've had a pair of card keys handed in at reception, a pair of card keys and a wallet.
And they convert.
Wow.
No.
I don't even think he moved the goalie on you. Wow, the swerve was insane. Oh my, you're too strong. Oh yeah. Oh, that was going in. Let's send this one. Wow, he stepped up. Taking the goalie out though. Oh, it's in though. Wow, what a pass.
What?
Gonna send it over the top.
What's going on?
Should be able to. Yeah, nice. Let's go. Here, get that.
It's stick. Alright. Oh my god.
Oh, cut his ankles open. Ski.
No way.
Ski. Oh, they rushed the goalie. Wait. Oh my.
How about the cross? This looks promising.
Oh yeah. Wow, that was perfect. What's happening, guys? This is Lesky, and I'm back to another player build for FIFA 22 Pro Clubs. This time, we're going to be looking at this center mid playmaker build with crazy passing stats. I wanted to get all the passing stats 90 and higher, and then on top of that, we have the passing perks to basically get us like 99 passing and the best passing build that you can make pretty much in Pro Clubs. We didn't go for the full max out on the passing page. Almost did. We left a few things off because since we have the perks on, I think it's kind of pointless and a waste of skill points to completely max out everything, as you'll see once we get to the skill tree. But basically, with the perks on top of the 90 plus stats that we have on the passing page, we pretty much just have 99 passing or very close to that. So let's get started. Looking at this build, we're center mid. The center mids have the best base passing stats, so it's the best position to get those passing stats over 90. If you make it a cam, I think some of the stats will be a little bit lower and not be in the 90s. So center mid is the best. And then the height and weight, I went for 5'4", 149 pounds. The reason I went 5'4" is because we put a lot of skill points on passing and dribbling, and we had to take some off of pace. And when you go bigger, when you go taller, you lose pace. So that's basically the reason why. And then the weight really doesn't slow you down when it comes to a center mid. The only thing it does is it changes the acceleration and sprint speed. Like if you go up higher in weight, you will have more sprint speed but less acceleration. But when you go lower in weight, you'll have more acceleration and less sprint speed. But the one thing I actually noticed, you actually get higher vision when you're skinnier. We have like 90 vision, I believe, but when you go over 149, you actually get less. You get like 89 vision, and then the more you keep going, you get a little bit less, I believe, but you get like more short passing. In my opinion, vision is more important, so I decided to go for 149. It'll also make our agility better, and we have pretty decent balance. You could also go 119, but you'll have the same exact passing stats, so you might as well just go 149, and at 149, you'll have more shot power, and also a little bit more strength. That's basically the main differences. So yeah, 5'4", 149 pounds for the height and weight. Let's take a look at the perks. So for this playmaking build, it was only right to go for all three of the passing perks. They will give you the swerve trait, the flare trait, the pinpoint cross will give you the early crosser trait, which is very nice. And what is very nice for all three of these perks is they'll give you the 5-star weak foot. We didn't go for any shooting upgrades on the shooting page. It's solely going to be a playmaking build where you're going to be focused on getting assists and diming up your teammates. Don't expect to score very many goals with this build because we don't have anything on the shooting page, just base stats. And me and my teammate both used this build. He used it more than me, and then I switched to it just to try it out for a few games, and is very good with the passing ability, obviously, because that's what we're going for. But you're going to want to have all three of these perks, but if you do want to take one of them off, you could take off the pinpoint cross because it might not be as important for a center mid. You might not be going too wide and crossing the ball too many times. My teammate actually used tireless runner instead of pinpoint cross for a good amount of the games, so he can run around a lot and not have to worry too much about stamina. So that is a very good option. If you don't want pinpoint cross, you could go for tireless runner. Just keep in mind you won't have the 5-star weak foot for crosses. but he got a lot of cross assist still without the pinpoint cross perk on, because on this skill tree, we have a lot of crossing. I think it's like 90 crossing or something like that. So the crossing ability is still phenomenal. But that's going to do it for this perk page. Nice and simple. Just go for the passing perks. If you want to take one of them off, Tireless Runner would probably be the best option for the extra stamina as a midfielder. Very important. And we don't have that much stamina upgrades. I think it's like 82. So the Tireless Runner could be helpful if you don't want pinpoint cross. But that'll increase the crossing, obviously. Precision pass will increase the short passing and long pass, the speed and the accuracy of those passes, while the threaded pass will be good for through balls. So let's move on to the skill tree. So like I said, we don't have a lot of stamina, but it's not too bad. Unfortunately, when you go 5'4", one of the downsides is you get lower stamina. Like if you were a taller center mid, like 6 foot, our stamina would probably be like 85 or something like that. So we only have 82 stamina, but what we did, we would try to get a bit of stamina upgrades. For 3 skill points, we get +3 stamina, +2 strength. And then right here, we got reactions and stamina, 4 skill points for +2 stamina and +4 reactions to get us to 88 reactions and 82 stamina. And of course, we are a very weak build, only 57 strength, which is what you'd expect for a 5'4", 99-pound center mid. So nothing much to talk about here on the physical page. On to defending. And since we're focusing just on basically playmaking, which is going to be passing mostly and dribbling, we didn't go for anything on defense, just kept the base defensive stats. But the defensive stats aren't too bad to start with, so you can make some tackles and help out on the defensive end as this center mid build, which is what you should be doing a bit. On to the dribbling page. I went for the 5-star skills, but of course, if you don't want the 5-star skills, just want to go 4 or 3, feel free to take them off, and you have 5 skill points to work with elsewhere, and you could probably just put that on pace, maybe some on sprint speed, or you could get this extra balance, maybe this ball control if you feel like, or you could possibly put it on passing. You could put some extra stuff on passing if you really want to, which you'll see once we get there. But I went for the 5-star skills. We have 90 agility. We went for this Lynx archetype, got the 90 agility, 80 balance, which isn't too bad at all, with the 87 ball control and 91 dribbling. Just make sure you get this 1 ball control right here, 1 skill point for +2 ball control. And that's it for the dribbling page. As a 5'4", 99-pound center mid, you're very quick. And look at these dribbling stats. They're good for a center mid. And you are very elusive and hard to steal the ball from. The only downside is we are pretty weak when it comes to strength, so you can get pushed off the ball easily. Kind of keep that in mind. Try not to go shoulder to shoulder with too many players because you're probably not going to win that battle. On to the passing page. And by the way, this is very unfortunate timing. There is music outside of where I live. I hope it's not too loud and not picking up through my mic. I hope it's faint and you can't hear it very much. So sorry about that if you do hear it. But on this passing page, I went for both of the archetypes, and I've never used the artist archetype before. For 10 skill points, it gives you +5 crossing and +7 curve. And on top of that, we got all this other stuff, which is 18 skill points. It gives you +10 crossing and +10 curve for all this. And the 90 curve is very nice. With the swerve trait that we have on all the passing perks, it'll basically add even more bend and curve to your passes, which can really unlock defenses and make it harder for defenders to intercept your passes. So that's very good. And then the crossing, like I said, the 90 crossing is nice. And if you're going to use the pinpoint cross perk, you're basically going to have 99 crossing. And then on the right side, what you're going to do is go straight down to the short passing and vision right here. And then you're going to go all the way down to the architect archetype. And this will give us 90 vision, 93 long pass, and 93 short pass. I decided not to go for any of these right here. This one's good value, +4 long pass for 2 skill points, but that'll get us up to 97 long pass. And with the upgrades in long passing on that precision pass perk, I feel like it wasn't necessary since it's already going to basically give us 99 passing anyways. So I decided to use those skill points on dribbling and pace and not on the passing page right here, because I thought it would just be a waste of skill points. But this is the passing page. You can make a ton of dimes with the swerve trait, like I said, on all the passing perks, and all those passing perks increasing your passing ability. With these stats, without the passing perks, this build would still be amazing when it comes to passing. But that 5-star weak foot it gives you, the swerve traits, and then the flare trait is very nice. You can do fancy passes, fancy flicks, and really showboat on the other team with your passes. You should be able to get a ton of assists and set up your team for some easy goals. And this is basically the whole build, the dribbling and the passing page, but I'll show you the shooting page. Like I mentioned already, we don't have anything on the shooting page, but we actually did score a decent amount of goals. They weren't the best goals, but you can score even though the stats are very bad. So don't expect to score, but you can. And yeah, that's it for the shooting page, just the base stats. Let's take a look at pace. I left 2 things off on this page, and that is just the sprint speeds. If you want, you could take off this acceleration and then go for this sprint speed right here, and you have 1 skill point to put somewhere else. I'm not too sure where you would put that. I think you would have to put it like on defending or maybe like finishing or something like that, and then you get 89 acceleration, 89 sprint speed. But I think acceleration is more important, especially for a build where you're trying to play make and dribble by people. Be very quick to accelerate, get by a defender, and then create some space to get a pass off. I feel like acceleration is a bit more important, but feel free if you want to do that, you can. And yeah, that's the pace page. Pretty simple. You're just going to go all the way to the cheetah, get this bottom left one for the acceleration, and then get this sprint speed. If it's possible to upgrade the pace even more, we can look. I don't know what you could take off. Like, you shouldn't really take anything off the passing page. This would get you under 90 vision. You could, I guess for the people that don't want 5-star skills, that's really what it's going to be. You want this extra stamina here. But if you don't want the 5-star skills, what you're going to do is just go boom and then boom. And you have max pace for this build, 92 acceleration and 91 sprint speed. So that's the alternative. If you want that extra pace, you're going to have to take off the skill moves. And you're set when it comes to pace. You're very quick. So that's going to wrap it up for this insane playmaking build where we solely focus on upgrading the passing and dribbling ability. It's a fun build in pro clubs. It's not going to be like the most competitive build since you're not much of a goal scoring threat. But again, you're a midfielder build, so you're not going to be having too many chances to score anyways. So it's not that big of a problem that we don't have anything on the shooting page. But I really just wanted to try a build with the artist archetype. And then with the artist archetype, we have the architect, everything 90 or higher on the skill tree with all 3 of the passing perks on this build. You can rack up a ton of assists. If you have some faster players on your team, you can throw in some dimes in behind them, have a bigger striker on your team. You can use that pinpoint cross perk and whip it into them, and you can really get a lot of assists. So let me know in the comments if you do give this build a try, how you liked it. I would love to hear that. If you could hit that like button on this video for me, and then hit that subscribe button on my channel if you aren't already subscribed. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.